Have you ever seen something so mesmerizing and so captivating that it just leaves you in awe? Welcome to the world of kinetic art. I first saw David C. Roy's Duality piece a couple of years back on YouTube. I watched the video over and over. I thought it was so cool. And I didn't think I'd ever be able to make something like that. This journey was filled with countless trials and errors, but with each failure, I learned something new. During my research, I knew that I had to find someone out there who had created a 3D printed version of David C. Roy's work. Luckily, I found House of Dr. Moon's YouTube channel, and I was so excited that he had all these projects very well documented and ready for me to build. I found his documentation on Duality, which was the piece I wanted to make. I started creating a parts list right away and ordered what I needed. I knew that I wanted to combine both 3D printing and laser cutting. I started thinking through how could I use a laser cutter to cut out maybe the arm pieces and use a 3D printer to create the rings and the mechanical pieces involved to make this thing come together. While I was waiting on the parts to come in, I started 3D printing and teaching myself how to use a laser cutter because I've never used a laser cutter before, so I knew that I needed to dedicate some time and research into proper safety procedures and just the basics of how to use a laser cutter. Creality sent me their new 22-watt laser cutter engraver. It's in these boxes here, so we're gonna open it up and get it set up. This Falcon 2 is really easy to use, and I got it up and running the same night that I got it. To turn the 3D printed arms into a laser cut file, I took the STL files provided by House of Dr. Moon. I put them into Tinkercad and then I saved them out as SVGs. I'd also never used Lightburn before, so I watched a couple of tutorials and I was able to import my SVGs and cut them out. It was super cool to watch these arms cut out, and it actually didn't take that long at all. I used my 3D printer to print out a sanding block, and I cut some sandpaper to size and I hand sanded all of the pieces carefully. I thought it would be cool if there were two different tones of wood, so I got this pecan stain and special walnut stain to do the front. That way I would have a little bit of contrast on the piece. I also put a thin layer of polyurethane on it just to protect the piece a little bit. Once I had all the 3D parts printed and all the laser cut pieces ready to go, it was time to start the assembly. I studied House of Dr. Moon's video super closely. I watched it over and over, pausing it, even going frame by frame, making sure that I caught every little detail. This is the part of the project where things get super frustrating and difficult, which happens every time. I don't know about you, but I've never had a project go perfectly smoothly, so let's talk about the terrible parts of this project. I originally ordered the spring that House of Dr. Moon suggested. I ordered what I thought was the right part, but I actually ordered the bracket, so that's my bad. I heard online that you could deconstruct a tape measure and take the piece of metal inside, rewind it, and make your own constant force spring. I spent a good 2 hours iterating, building different axle pieces for it, trying to get it to fit, trying to get it to stay on the axle, and it was an utter total failure. Luckily, I came upon House of Dr. Moon's gravity powered design, so I was able to combine the gravity power design with the duality piece and make it work. The next super frustrating part with this project was that the bearings that I ordered did not fit the steel pipe. They would not slide onto it at all. I tried giving it a little force and I ended up just getting them stuck on there. So I racked my brain on how to make this work. I did so much research. I tried freezing the pipes and heating the bearing, and that didn't work. I tried sanding the pipe, that didn't work. And I realized I had this little grinding wheel that I used to sharpen my lawnmower blades. So I got some help from Amber and we were able to grind this pipe down until I had just the right tolerance for the bearings to slide on. We were back in business at this point. The assembly started coming together and it was looking really cool. How's it look?
Oh, it's pretty cool. I'm excited to see how it works.
Yep, I'm about to wind it up for you.
Wind it up.
All right. When I first put the mechanism all together and put it on the wall, it looked really cool, but the mechanism wasn't working. No matter what I did with the gravity-driven part of it, I couldn't quite get the gears and the pawls to connect and work as they were supposed to. It wasn't until about 9-10 o'clock at night until I finally got this thing working. The amount of relief that I felt when this thing started working was overwhelming. This is one of the best parts about working on projects. Yes, there's always a roadblock, it always gets tough, but when you have that moment of breakthrough, it's super rewarding and there's not anything quite like it. Now that I have it all together, I put a few finishing touches. I made little caps to cover the black bolts because I thought they were a little bit distracting. And I created a little casing to put the weights on the end of the string inside of to conceal that and just kind of give it a more polished look. These were the final touches and it was done. I want to take a moment to thank Creality, this video sponsor. My first 3D printer was a Creality Ender 3 Pro. I learned so much on it and I still use it today. Creality has recently expanded into the laser engraving and laser cutter space. So I was super excited to get to check out this Falcon 2 22-watt laser cutter. This laser cutter features a powerful 22-watt laser, which can cut through 15 millimeters of wood in a single pass. This laser cutter can cut at 25,000 millimeters per minute, which is incredibly fast. I felt super safe and confident using this laser, even though it was my first time. There are 5 different layers of safety protection. Basically, this thing is super beginner friendly. Some of the groundbreaking technology included in this laser engraver is the air assist feature. You can control this air assist by using the manual dial on the side of the machine, or you can set it up directly in Lightburn when you're preparing your G-code. This machine will tell you if the lens is dirty and it needs to be cleaned or replaced. It will also tell you if the air is not working or if there's been flame detected. Creality also sent me their enclosure and the honeycomb structure. These are additional accessories and upgrades you have to purchase. I can certainly see myself using this laser cutter for other projects in the future. If you're a maker or creative like me, definitely consider the Falcon 2 as a way to boost your creativity and add something different to your projects. This piece is reminiscent of a clock, but not quite. It kind of goes in one direction and then slows down and then starts to reverse and then speeds up and goes in the other. So it's kind of got this organic shape and erratic motion that I think makes it a really cool piece. With the length of string and the weight that I put on it, this will run for about 4.5 minutes on its own before it gets to the end of the string. Easily just wind it up by turning it clockwise, and then if you let it go, it will slowly release using the mechanism until it gets all the way to the end of the string. This was a super rewarding build, and I think it's one of my more polished pieces at this point. I always enjoy learning a new skill, so learning how to use a laser cutter was super cool, and I'm glad to have that new skill added to my toolkit. What did I learn on this project? I learned that perseverance is everything. Grit is everything, and it's always worth it. You have to keep pushing through. These projects never go well. There's always something that goes wrong, literally every time. You kind of just have to expect that and know that you are capable of working through those issues. Thanks for checking out my video. If you want to support more projects like these, please like and subscribe. Peace.